Morning, people. Master Builder Show, sponsored by the First National Bank of Weatherford. I am your host, Jim Gibson, president of Gibson Home Builders, Incorporated, a registered builder in the state of Texas, a graduate master builder certified by the National Association of Home Builders. I am current member of the U.S. Green Building Council, Texas Association of Builders, National Association of Builders, and past president of the Parker County Builders Association. Also, most of you people that have been around here may have seen the home that I built, the Gnome home that we gave away last year in the Lowe's parking lot. My guests today are Mark Gerl. You're going to have to pronounce that last word, your last name for me.
It's Gerlikovski.
Gerlikovski, Mark. And he's with Advanced Solar Rooftops, and Alex Berg with Power Up Company. How are y'all doing today?
Great.
Very good.
Well, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about advanced solar roofing and solar rooftops. What are we looking at when we're looking at?
What we're looking at, doing solar rooftops. We're trying to be energy efficient as possible. We're trying to save the environment. That's part of the basic situation we're trying to do. We're trying to feed power back onto the grid so that the homeowners can save money. These systems are, fairly, from a 1 kW all the way up to a 12 kW system for your home to provide you power.
Well, how much, like on your photovoltaic cells, I heard back several years ago it would cost about $9 a watt to produce power. And then I read yesterday we're down to about $6 a watt. Is that still true?
It's between $6 and $8 a watt.
$6 and $8 a watt. So,
and that's a grid connect system.
Okay.
If you want to do a backup power system or an off-grid system, it's going to cost you quite a bit more.
Quite a bit more,
yes,
meaning?
You're probably looking closer about $10, $12 a watt.
Well, people, this show is designed to educate and answer any questions of the listeners on residential design, construction, or anything dealing with building, remodeling, repairing, or maintaining a home in the state of Texas. So if y'all have any questions for Mark and Alex, please give us a call at 877-341-8950. That's 877-341-8950. We've also got 4 gift certificates today to give away at Home Depot for $25 each, and we'll be asking some trivia questions here pretty soon. If you've got any questions, just please give us a call at 877-341-8950. To check out builders or remodelers, you can go online. We've changed it up a little bit. You can go to masterbuildershow.com and click on Texas Residential Construction Commission, and there you can pull up all the information you want on any builders around. Let's talk about rooftops. What kind of roofs can you put these panels on? Are they rigid panels?
Yes, they are rigid panels, and you can put them on basically any rooftop that you need them to go to. We can retrofit any rooftop at all.
How much space are you looking at?
It really depends on what exactly you're trying to accomplish. If you want to do just a 1 kilowatt grid connect system, you're probably looking roughly about 300 square feet.
About 300 square feet, and you need it facing south primarily?
South to southwest at about a 45-degree angle.
45.
That'd be the optimum degree. But we can always, the mounting structures will let us kick it up to whatever degree we need to be at from your roof.
Are your collectors, are they silicon-based?
Yes, they are.
Have you heard anything about the new paintable type?
Not one bit.
Not one bit?
No, sir.
Well, let's see. We've got, solar power currently provides less than 1% of electricity produced in the U.S. Coal provides about half of the nation's supply, followed by nuclear power and natural gas at about 20%. President Bush has got a new budget for renewable energy for 2007. I think it was $1.17 billion, and solar energy will get about $148.3 million out of that. Y'all have any grants or anything that they're actually giving y'all for?
In the state of Texas, outside the Austin area, there is I think it's like a $2,000 rebate that you can get from the government. Now, in Austin, if you live in the town of Austin, they have a really good rebate program right now, which is almost about 50% of your total cost of your system the government will pay for. Now, why can't we have it elsewhere in Texas? I'm not sure.
Well, I know the Railroad Commission will probably give you some rebates on a bunch of this stuff. I know they do on water heating and all this other stuff. And your company primarily provides it for electric purposes, correct?
Yes, sir.
Well, President Bush, he's got the latest campaign is in response to, I think, public demand. New Bush, solar technologies comes as an administration scaling back on other energy types. There are three ways to harvest the sun energy. Those are solar cells, where they call photovoltaic cells. They convert the sunlight directly into electricity on a sunny day. 1 square meter is what they say will power a 100-watt light bulb. Is that about the way your stuff works, or is it a little better than that?
It's a little bit better than that, but you're also looking at 1 square meter. You're going to need a few more of those added on. I mean, when you do a complete solar panel, you're looking anywhere from, we have ones from a 1 watt all the way up to a 200 watt solar panel. So each cell, it should be about 1 square meter.
So each cell is 1 square meter?
Yes.
And
there's 36 cells per panel.
36 cells per panel, so you could power 36 light bulbs.
Well, it would be nice, but that's DC voltage.
Okay.
When you're talking about the home, is alternative current. And we got to invert the power into what the homeowners will use.
Okay, it's alternating current.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, well, solar panels were originally developed, I think, for satellites. Most voltaic cells today are made of silicon, which is the same material found in computer chips. New photovoltaic cells made from organic materials using nanotechnology. We're kind of getting into the bore gauge here, I believe, on a bunch of this stuff. They've developed a product out of Canada, I believe it is, out of Toronto, that Ted Sargent is the guy and his team of researchers for the University of Toronto announced they had developed the world's first plastic solar cell. And it's able to convert energy from infrared light into electricity. So this discovery was kind of unexpected, but what they were doing, they were working on some other stuff for communication, and kind of accidentally figured out that this would you could convert infrared light, which is I think normal cells won't do that, will they?
No, sir. No, sir.
So you're pretty well just a white light only.
Yes, sir.
And that spectrum. Mark, you got anything to add to all this talking here?
Alex is our professional.
He's your professional.
I'm an installer.
You're the installer. Well, they were originally trying to focus on creating a paintable infrared sensing material that could enable digital cameras to see in the dark and fiber optic communications to improve it. But what happened, there was huge opportunity for him to get into this stuff, and half the energy that's coming from the sun is infrared. And so that's the reason they're coming on with this. And two, that you can paint it on just about any surface. And what they're talking about doing is making clothing with this coating on it, so you can walk around and just actually recharge your cell phone while you've got it in your pocket.
Yeah, but we're when they're talking about that, we're looking, years into the future before something like that's mass marketed to the masses. It's going to be a while yet. It is a nice new technology if it is possible to do it all the way they would like to. I mean, I see that they've done it, small versions of it, but getting it out to the masses, that's where we're going to see how good it really is.
Well, at least we're in the development stages right
sir.
now for that kind of stuff. On your systems, you have to have battery backups on all your battery string in your house to operate?
Most of the systems that we're talking about right now are grid-connected systems. It's basically your solar panels, some kind of mounting for them on your roof or in your backyard on a pole, and then it's going to go right into an inverter and back onto the grid.
So
you can do a battery backup system and just use, like I was saying, there's different type of systems that we can do: a grid connect, a battery backup, and then an emergency type situations, where all you're going to be powering are those necessity items that you need to have when the power from the normal grid comes when it's off.
So what are we looking at, like the power of your refrigerator? Because that's one of the most important items in with your meat and in your freezers. So how much power are we looking for
when you're talking about a refrigerator? You're probably looking about at least 1,000 watts inverted power that you're going to need, and you're probably looking about to probably about 600 watts of solar power. And it depends really on if they want to run it completely off the solar or if they just want it in emergency type situations where the power might be out for 1, 2, 3 days. Then we can put enough battery backup into the system that the system's going to, work for 3 or 4 or 5 days without any sunlight, without any grid connection coming back on.
As you go through all this, okay, you're putting the panels on the roof, and you're coming back down, and it comes to like a breaker panel.
Yes, sir.
Is it mounted like next to your existing panel?
Yes, sir.
Back in the grid. How does the power company rebate you, or do they?
They can if you put enough up there. On a 1 kilowatt solar array, you're only going to produce enough power, probably about 125 to 200 watt hours a month. It really depends on what you're using a month is how the system's going to be designed. 1 to 200, watt hours a month really doesn't come out to be a whole lot, but it's going to help you out. So what it's going to do is going to cut down your cost of your bill. It ain't going to dissolve it, but it's going to cut down on the bill.
Is the payback worth actually putting it in?
It really is. When you think about the environment, it really is worth putting in. There's so much stuff that we're going to take out of the air from the electric company producing power. Even with coal, we're going to be able to clean up the air when it comes to it.
If y'all got any questions for Mark or Alex, give us a call, 877-341-8950. We've got to take a break. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Did you know that some of the best home builders in the entire nation are right here in Parker County? Hello, everyone. This is Lynn Bearden, president of First National Bank of Weatherford. Our lenders believe your family deserves the best when it comes to your dream home. First National Bank is proud to support the Master Builder Show on QXFM. First National Bank in Weatherford has been building homes in Parker County since 1880. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Do you know your retirement readiness score or how much money you need to save to retire comfortably? You could pay a financial planner $1,000 or more to find out if you'll be ready for retirement. Or, right now, you can get a personalized analysis of your retirement readiness at yourcircleofwealth.com. The Circle of Wealth Retirement Calculator will give you 2 very important numbers. First, it calculates the savings you'll need to retire comfortably. Second, it analyzes whether your current financial plan will be successful in reaching your savings goal and delivers your personal retirement readiness score. You can get your personal retirement analysis today and be ready for a great future. As a bonus, you can download a life-changing report with 25 pages of outstanding financial strategies to help reach your retirement goals. You can go to yourcircleofwealth.com, enter the passcode Gibson. Yourcircleofwealth.com, passcode Gibson, GIBSON.
Alamo Appliance, 100 South Riverside Drive in Fort Worth, has been dedicated to serving your needs in kitchen appliances for over 35 years. They offer JennAir, KitchenAid, Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and many others. Their experienced sales staff will help you make the right decisions at the right time. That's Alamo Appliance, 817-531-2701. Once again, that's Alamo Appliance, 817-531-2701.
Gibson Home Builders Incorporated, 2401 Zion Hill Road, Weatherford, Texas, 682-429-2116. We specialize in homes to suit each and every individual that expects special attention. We help design, finance, and close on every home we build. We use green building techniques in all of our homes. You can contact Jim at masterbuildershow.com. Gibson Home Builders Incorporated, Weatherford, 682-429-2116. Welcome back. This is Jim Gibson, Master Builder Show. My guests today are Mark with Advanced Solar Rooftops and Alex Berg with Power Up Company. Mark, I still can't get your last name. Go ahead and introduce yourself again, Mark.
It's Mark Gerlikovski.
Gerlikovski. I'll get that before the end of the show. Today we've got 4 gift certificates to give away, and our first trivia question today is going to be, what are 3 reasons to build green? Give me 3 reasons to build green. You can call us at 877-341-8950. That's 877-341-8950. Also, to check out builders or remodelers in your area, go to masterbuildershow.com and click on the Texas Residential Construction Commission. Also today we're going to be talking about different roof shapes. We've got the flat roofs that you don't see very much here because of the environment. How do they work in conjunction with your system?
With the flat roof, we'll put mounting structures up there that will actually, we're going to be doing some not homes here, but commercial buildings here. Most of them have flat roof. And what we're going to do is we're going to put mounting structures on the solar panels that will give it the 45-degree tilt that we're looking for and facing south to southwest. So they retrofit pretty nice. I mean, when they do the job, it's a really nice look to it.
So as long as if you've got a building that really doesn't have a south-facing roof, can we just mount them up on like towers or?
Well, we can put them on poles in the backyard. We can put them on the ground in the backyard with the mounting structures that give us the right degree of tilt on it. We can pretty much put them anywhere you like. We can put them on a top of pole. We can put them with a tracker, which will track with the sun as it's going across the sky. It will actually track with it. We can do it many different ways. I mean, there's no real bad location unless there's a lot of trees. That's a concern.
Do y'all ever use mirrors to direct the sunlight to the panels themselves?
Not here, but I've seen it out in Arizona and California.
Well, they've got they've got all sorts of I guess they're called convex or concave. Well, I guess it'd be convex mirrors that focus concentrated light to photomaterials. Yeah. I can't say that. Okay, people, we've got the trivia question still out there. What are 3 reasons to build green? Give me 3 reasons to build green for a $25 gift certificate. The number is 877-341-8950. That's 877-341-8950. We were talking about the new nanotechnology on what they've got out now is a paint that Ted Sargent and his team, like I was talking about earlier, had invented. And it's stuff, when they do get it on the market, it's supposed to increase the collecting ability, I think, 10 to 100 times. They've also got another company called Heliovolt bringing this film to the world and trying to do away with the silicon simply because of cost, weight, and size. And they've got a proprietary product out there called FAST, F-A-S-S-T, F-A-S-S-T. And what they're doing, it's going to reduce the cost to about $1 a watt, which is going to be good. And this will make the photovoltaic market able to compete with the fossil fuels. The product, it's flexible. It increases the market. You can customize it. They're trying to avoid the shortages and cost of silicon. The product, I guess, is 10 to 100 times quicker than existing production because they can just kind of roll the stuff out.
Well, see, we have, in this industry right now, we have the mono and the polycrystal panels, and then we also have a thin film technology or amorphous silicone. Amorphous silicone-based solar panels are basically bulletproof solar panels. You can shoot a bullet through it and still can produce the same amount of power. With the monocrystal or polycrystal panels, if you shade one cell, it's going to pretty much shut down the whole solar panel. The only real bad part about the amorphous silicone or thin film technology, it takes a large amount of it to produce a small amount of wattage of solar, of solar power.
Right.
So when you talk, Unisolar makes a very nice, unbreakable, bulletproof solar panel. A 64 watt in it is quite large. When you talk about the monocrystal or polycrystal panels, it's almost half the size. So you're talking about half the room that you'd be using. But we are already using the amorphous silicone, which is a thin film technology.
Is it cheaper to produce a thin film?
Oh, yes.
Well, if it's cheaper, then you could actually roll it out like on a rooftop and actually cover a larger area.
Well, Unisolar does actually make a rolled out rooftop that goes into a metal roofing, that goes in between the little valleys of the metal roofing already. But the biggest one they make is like 72 watts of power.
And that's it.
That's it.
Right now, it just doesn't seem economically feasible to want to power. I know grew up thinking that, well, one day we can power our whole house with solar power, and I guess cost-wise, it's prohibitive.
Again, it really goes back to what you want to do if you want to power the whole home. My dad has a nice system down in Hempstead, Texas. He lives off-grid, and his system, for him to be living off-grid, was probably about $87,000. Now, he's got the batteries, he's got the inverters, he's got the solar panels, he's got everything. And all the extra power that he doesn't use, he's producing it and putting back onto the grid power.
The type of, what type, on his house, how large is it?
He's got 30 to 120 watt solar panels that are actually mounted on one of these seagoing containers in his backyard.
Is he heating and cooling?
No, it's just electric.
Just
well, I mean, yeah, he's doing air conditioning. He's doing his whole house with it.
So okay, looks like we've got a caller in here to answer the trivia question. You're live on the Master Builder Show.
Well, I'm going to try to answer this. I got energy efficient, environmentally friendly, and saves on fuel bill.
That will work. That will work.
Okay.
So, what is your name?
My name's Bobby Bynum.
Bobby Bynum.
Uh-huh.
All right. You know where the station is?
Yes, sir.
All right. Very good, Bobby. You've got yourself a $25 gift certificate to Home Depot. And we've got another question coming in here. It's going to be, name 4 types of water heaters. 4 ways to heat water, and we've got to take a break. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Did you know that some of the best home builders in the entire nation are right here in Parker County? Hello, everyone. This is Lynn Bearden, president of First National Bank of Weatherford. Our lenders believe your family deserves the best when it comes to your dream home. First National Bank is proud to support the Master Builder Show on QXFM. First National Bank in Weatherford has been building homes in Parker County since 1880. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Do you know your retirement readiness score or how much money you need to save to retire comfortably? You could pay a financial planner $1,000 or more to find out if you'll be ready for retirement. Or, right now, you can get a personalized analysis of your retirement readiness at yourcircleofwealth.com. The Circle of Wealth Retirement Calculator will give you 2 very important numbers. First, it calculates the savings you'll need to retire comfortably. Second, it analyzes whether your current financial plan will be successful in reaching your savings goal and delivers your personal retirement readiness score. You can get your personal retirement analysis today and be ready for a great future. As a bonus, you can download a life-changing report with 25 pages of outstanding financial strategies to help reach your retirement goals. You can go to yourcircleofwealth.com, enter the passcode Gibson. yourcircleofwealth.com, passcode Gibson, GIBSON.
The Bank of Weatherford, local folks you know and trust. We are proud of our community and our customers. Whether you need a checking account, personal or business loan, auto loan, interim construction loan, or mortgage loan, we can help. You may visit us at 901 Santa Fe Drive in Weatherford, or you may give us a call at 817-596-9998. You may also visit us on the web at www.thebankofweatherford.com. The Bank of Weatherford, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Red Defender! That huge asteroid is headed towards Earth!
I'll handle this. The Red Defender hurtles towards the asteroid.
You saved us! How?
I stopped the asteroid and reversed it back into space.
The moon! It's exploded!
Where did you throw that asteroid?
Away. Saving the world isn't easy. Saving a life is. 1 pint of blood can save up to 3 lives. Go to bloodsaves.com. A public service message brought to you by the Ad Council.
Gibson Home Builders Incorporated, 2401 Zion Hill Road, Weatherford, Texas, 682-429-2116. We specialize in homes to suit each and every individual that expects special attention. We help design, finance, and close on every home we build. We use green building techniques in all of our homes. You can contact Jim at masterbuildershow.com. Gibson Home Builders Incorporated, Weatherford, 682-429-2116. Welcome back to the Master Builder Show. I'm your host, Jim Gibson. My guests today are Mark Gerlikovski.
Gerlikovski.
And Alex Berg. Mark is with us, Advanced Solar Rooftops, and Alex Berg is with the Power Up Company. He's actually the supplier for Mark. Mark, on your installation, how many hours does it take to put in a system, or just say an average system?
On an average system, just Saturday and a Sunday or 2 days on a pretty decent sized regular house.
And that's tying it into that's a grid system?
Yes.
What, I guess, Alex, you got any on what would be a good size system to start out with?
A good size system to start out with is about 2.4 kilowatts. And one of the things that you can look at too is if you want to do even a 1 kilowatt system this year and then next year add on to it, you can always add on to these systems. And there is a rebate that I know of for about $2,000. And you can get that every year that you add on to your system. As long as that you do actually add on more than next year,
right? You
can add on as many times as you want to and keep on getting that rebate back every year.
Every year?
Yes, sir. As long as you add on to it.
As long as you add on, they don't just keep giving you the rebate.
Yeah, they don't keep on giving it to you.
Okay. Well, on that, so we're talking about the 100-watt bulb, like a 100-watt bulb. We're going to use 100 watts, actual 100 watts out of the, well, you said it's converted to alternating current.
Yes, sir.
So you're taking the DC current, converting to alternating current. How big a panel, I guess, to power, like, say, run one room?
One room? It's really hard to say just one room, but I mean, I'll give you, you're probably looking about, anywhere from 500 to 1,000 watts of solar going into that one room. It really depends on what you want to run in that room. Well, everybody says, well, I got 100-watt light bulb and some outlets. Well, what are you going to put in the outlets? That's really what we've got to know to design the system, make sure it's going to be designed right.
Well, you wouldn't plug in a toaster or a hairdryer, I don't guess.
Well, you could. You could. I mean, you're looking at about 1,400 watts for a toaster and about 1,400 watts for a blow dryer. I mean, you can do that. And then we got to really know how long you're going to be running each item for. You're not going to run it continuous. And, I've seen some ladies use a blow dryer for a couple hours. My wife does. So, and we need to know that is the length of, that you're going to be using it for.
Well, you're going to spend probably several $1,000s to run a blow dryer, though, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, that right now, I think we're paying, 11 cents per kilowatt?
Yes, sir.
Something like that. And we're going to be paying $6 a watt?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When you do one of these systems, you really got to look into your home and figure out what exactly you want to run. And you also got to look at some of your appliances, how old they are. Is it time to replace them with more energy efficient appliances? All this will help the cost of your system, insulating your home, making sure it's as airtight as possible that you can. Make sure there's not a lot of insulation in the roof, so you can keep your cooling, your heating costs down. All that will help on having you a solar system on your home. And we can retrofit any home, but the part we can't retrofit is your appliances in your home.
Right.
The older the appliances, of course, the more power they're going to take. If you go out and get some the Energy Star appliances and stuff like that, all that's going to help your total cost of your system.
We were talking about the nanotechnology earlier. That Heliovolt Solar Technology, the company that has been in this, I guess it's nanotechnology. They've come up with one type of nanotechnology, I guess it is, called the fast system, that will reduce the cost to $1 a watt. And I think, if it gets down to $1 a watt, I think more people would come on board. Right now, with the cost being so high, I think people are going to have to start spending their money on energy-saving devices and pay their electric company, I guess, until we can get down in prices on your stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But is there any other information that y'all need to give out to the public here?
I figure when you pay 7 to 10 years to your electric company, if you're not going to move, you've already paid for your solar system, and then that's guaranteed to power your old house for another 15 years before the warranty even runs out.
How long? What is the warranty on these systems?
Warranty on the solar panels alone, they're 25-year warranties. On the inverters, it ranges depending on which kind of inverter we're going to put on there, anywhere from a 5 to a 10-year warranty on the inverters. The systems, Amoco, which was part of SolarX, one of the first companies to produce solar panels. I've seen some old Amoco solar panels out there from 25, 30 years ago that are still producing power. But they do have a 25-year warranty on it, and you shouldn't have a problem with it. Now, after a while, the efficiency of the solar cells itself will go down to about 75 to 80% after about 10 years. So you're looking at a long time before, unless somebody breaks one, to replacing anything.
So if you get a big hailstorm, are they pretty impact resistant?
Yes, they really are. They have impact-resistant glass onto it. Like I said, they're going to be at a 45-degree tilt here in Texas, so it's only going to get a glancing blow at it. If you're going to lay them flat on the ground, then I can see the hail breaking it.
Right.
But since it's just going to get a glancing blow, you're going to be pretty good.
All right, people, for another $25 gift certificate to Home Depot, name 4 types of water heaters. 4 types of water heaters. You can reach us toll-free at 877-341-8950. That's 877-341-8950. Science has been long working on major problems that face conventional solar power technology, and both of those are actually price and size, I think, is what they're doing. So they're in commercial, I guess the ones that are in commercial construction, or production today, they're expensive and bulky, and that's the reason they're trying to come up with this nanotechnology where they can just roll out sheets on the roofs and or actually just take a field and roll it out. And the nanotechnology is a molecule-sized, collector that can be just rolled out in fabric. And looks like we've got a caller coming in here. The researchers, like I said, are trying to do this, and it'll probably be 7 to 10 years before they come up with this type of production. And yours is ready to available. Hello, caller. This is the Master Builder Show.
Hello.
Hello.
My answer is the 4 types of water heaters. Would it be solar, propane, natural gas, and electric?
Well, you've got propane is a gas. So
okay.
you had solar, propane, which is gas, electric, and you got one other type. Can you come up with that?
Not right off.
No. Okay, sir. We still got the question up there then. Name 4 types of water heaters. You can reach us at 877-341-8950. That's 877-341-8950. We're also going to have another trivia question coming up, and we need to get this one answered so I can ask the next one. Our guests today are still Mark and Alex. With Alex, do you have any other comments?
We can take care of everything. I mean, yes, everything kind of looks expensive right now. It'd be nice in 5 or 10 years if the nanotechnology does produce enough to come to the mass market. But if you look at California and what they're trying to do, Austin, Louisiana, with the government, in Louisiana right now, in 2008, they're going to have a 50-50 program. 50% of your total system cost, the government's actually going to pay for. When you look at the rebates.
Hello, caller. This is Jim Gibson. You're welcome. You're live on the Master Builder Show.
Sure.
What kind of water heaters do you have out here?
Sir?
Yeah, name 4 types of water heaters.
Okay, 4 types of water heaters. There's solar, there's electric, there's gas, and then one I had when I got introduced up north was either wood or heating oil, where you run the coil through, you had to let it run a water coil through the stove, and the stove was fired with the heating oil, and it heated my water and everything.
Well, that I didn't specify, so that'll work. What is your name, sir?
Gary Williams.
Gary Williams?
Yes, sir.
You know where the station is?
Sir? Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay, you got a $25 gift certificate here. Thank you, sir. The other type of water heater I was looking for was on demand, but I forgot it. There is wood and coal-fired and oil-based. Next question is going to be, what does CFL mean in lighting? What does CFL mean in lighting? You can reach us at 877-341-8950. That's 877-341-8950. Back to roofs. Okay, we can put them on lean-tos. We can put them on
virtually anywhere you'd like them to go. I've seen some people in the past that decide they're going to build their own mounting structures and made them out of wood in their backyards. It just really depends on what the homeowner wants to do. How everybody's going for aesthetics, and like I said, it's up to the homeowner. We can put them where they like to, mount them, on the roof, in the backyard, any place they would like.
I guess they're not really affordable they're affordable to a certain extent. But if you were out in a remote area where you couldn't get electricity, that would be where it would come in.
Yes, sir.
Hello, caller. Welcome to the Master Builder Show. You're live.
Hello.
Hello. What?
Is CFL a compact fluorescent?
Conflict fluorescent what?
Light bulb.
All right, sir. What's your name?
Mike Truelove.
Mike Truelove?
Uh-huh.
All right, sir. You know where the station is?
Yes, sir.
All right. You've got a $25 gift certificate. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, in remote locations, where you, how much power would you need, like to do a refrigerator? We were talking about that earlier.
If you're living in a remote location off grid, because to get this local utility to come into a certain location that the utilities are not at, right now it costs you, I've seen in some cases, $11,000 a mile. So if you're living like in West Texas, or you bought some property there and that's where you want to spend the rest of your life at, you got to think about the cost of getting electricity just to your piece of property.
Right.
And that gets to be very expensive. But, I mean, if you just want to do a remote location, say a deer camp or something like that, where, you need a couple lights, a refrigerator, your system could be, about, $3,000, $4,000, depending on what kind of lights you want to use. Compact fluorescent lights are really the best ones to go with. You can get compact fluorescent in a 12-volt. You can get refrigerators in 12-volt. If you're doing it like a deer camp and want to run all 12 volts, your system's going to be, way less than expensive than it would be, running the conventional 125-volt refrigerators.
Right. Well, anything we can do to conserve power and conserve energy is great. I know that it is deer season, so you've got a bunch of deer hunters out there that might be interested in talking to you. How can they reach y'all? Mark?
Advanced Solar Rooftops is 817-399-0900, or the web address is advancedsolarrooftops.com.
AdvancedSolarRooftops.com. Repeat your number again.
It's 817-399-0900.
I guess when we're moving out here, I know a lot of people have barns and stuff that are out off their property. Would it be feasible for them to mount these things on top of their barns to power lighting, and we're talking, I guess, cheaper than actually running wires from power supply.
Yes, sir. Because like again, when you're talking about putting some lighting into a barn, you can always go with the compact fluorescent 12-volt lighting. That's going to give you quite a bit of light. A couple solar panels, a couple batteries, and you're going to be set to be able to take care of it. A system like that, you're only looking $500 or $600, and that's with the lights included.
And how big a barn would that cover? I mean,
well, again, that depends on how big the barn is, and how much of it you really want to light up. If you just want to light up an area where you're going to be feeding your horses at, there's a couple of different things that variances that go into it.
Just enough. Say they've got a 50 by 100 foot barn. Give us an example on how many. We're going to have probably 20, 25 lights in it.
When you come to a system like that, and if they're going to go with 12-volt DC lighting, you're looking at a little bit bigger of a system. You're probably looking closer to, I want to say about $3,400 to $5,000 to power all those lights with the batteries, the solar panels, the lighting itself.
That includes everything. What about maintenance on the batteries? I mean, you have to make sure they're full of water. Are they sealed or?
We have 3 different types of batteries we use. We use the flooded lead acid ones. We also use a gel type, and we also use an AGM, which is a glass mat battery that we use. The gel and the glass mat are sealed batteries. The flooded lead acid battery, you'll have to go out and check the water in them probably every 2 months.
Every 2 months?
Yes, sir.
What about hazards around them? I mean, how much space does it take? I mean, do you have to have an enclosed room so you don't have dust?
My suggestion is actually just building an enclosure for the batteries inside your barn. 2x4 area should cover 2 foot by 4 foot. Shouldn't be big enough to put all your batteries into.
So you're not talking about that many batteries?
No, sir. No, sir.
Normal, like car batteries? Is that the size?
It's about the same size as a car battery, just a little bit taller, more like golf cart batteries. There's quite a few. There's 6-volt batteries in the golf carts that you can actually use on these systems. All you do is put 2 together, and it'll give you 12 volts or 24 volts. It just depends on the different voltage that you want to use for the lighting. Most of the lighting, though, is 12-volt DC lighting.
Okay. And you wouldn't need to put an inverter on there?
No, not one inverter at all.
Now, we've got, I know you've got DC refrigerators, but you don't have any, like, DC cooking items, do you? Like
no.
Stoves or anything we could put on there?
No. I mean, when you're going back to, like, a campsite, more than likely you're going to have one of this Coleman.
Right, Coleman stove.
A little Coleman stove. But, you can get 12-volt TVs. I know a couple of gentlemen that like to go out and hunt, but when they get back to the camp, they want to see a little TV. They can get 12-volt TVs to put out there with them too.
Mark, are you going to go in any the water heating? I got my tongue tied here. As far as solar water heating, are you going to try to venture into that, or just stay with the electrical portion of it?
I was just going to mainly stay with the electrical part and just power the whole house and not really concentrate on water heaters.
Water heating, I know, is really economical. You can get a whole house water heater, I believe, for about $1,500. Looks like Ace is signaling for another break. We'll be back.
Did you know that some of the best home builders in the entire nation are right here in Parker County? Hello, everyone. This is Lynn Bearden, president of First National Bank of Weatherford. Our lenders believe your family deserves the best when it comes to your dream home. First National Bank is proud to support the Master Builder Show on QXFM. First National Bank in Weatherford has been building homes in Parker County since 1880. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Do you know your retirement readiness score or how much money you need to save to retire comfortably? You could pay a financial planner $1,000 or more to find out if you'll be ready for retirement. Or, right now, you can get a personalized analysis of your retirement readiness at yourcircleofwealth.com. The Circle of Wealth Retirement Calculator will give you 2 very important numbers. First, it calculates the savings you'll need to retire comfortably. Second, it analyzes whether your current financial plan will be successful in reaching your savings goal and delivers your personal retirement readiness score. You can get your personal retirement analysis today and be ready for a great future. As a bonus, You can download a life-changing report with 25 pages of outstanding financial strategies to help reach your retirement goals. You can go to yourcircleofwealth.com, enter the passcode Gibson, yourcircleofwealth.com, passcode Gibson, GIBSON.
Alamo Electrical Contracting Services, 9500 Camp Bowie West, Fort Worth, Texas, 817-249-4964, offering residential and commercial electrical services in Parker, Palo Pinto, Wise, Hood, Johnson, Erath, and Tarrant counties. That's Alamo Electrical Contracting Services, 9500 Camp Bowie West, Fort Worth, Texas, 817-249-4964.
Are you lonely and wandering? Are you hungry and thirsty? I'm Reverend Pam Holt, and on behalf of Central Christian Church Disciples of Christ, you are invited to come to a community of faith that welcomes all to Christ's table. Within this community, we want you to experience God's love and grace, which will satisfy your hunger and thirst. And we want you to discover your God-given gifts, which will call you to serve others. Come be welcomed at the table at Central Christian Church, 1602 South Main in Weatherford.
Gibson Home Builders Incorporated, 2401 Zion Hill Road, Weatherford, Texas, 682-429-2116. We specialize in homes to suit each and every individual that expects special attention. We help design, finance, and close on every home we build. We use green building techniques in all of our homes. You can contact Jim at masterbuildershow.com. Gibson Home Builders Incorporated, Weatherford, 682-429-2116. Welcome back to Master Builder Show. I'm your host, Jim Gibson. My guests today are Mark almost got it. I can't say it. Go ahead. Gerlikovski. And he's with Advanced Solar Rooftops, Alex Berg with Power Up Company. We're talking about solar systems and what you can use them for. We've got another trivia question today. It's going to be, where are 3 places that we're using solar power today in West Texas? We're using them here in Parker County, and you see them quite often. If you can give me 3 places that we're using solar power, you can get a $25 gift certificate to Home Depot. You can reach us at 877-341-8950. That's 877-341-8950. Where are 3 places that we use solar power pretty well, I guess, daily or monthly here in Parker County and around West Texas, Wise County. And I know everybody has seen them and everybody knows what they are. But we just don't even think about it. I guess it's commonplace.
That's the typical thing is a lot of people don't realize when they're driving by certain items, even, just driving by them, what's actually powering them. And if they just take a second and look up, about 10 feet, they would see how they're being powered.
You can reach us at 877-341-8950. That's 877-341-8950. What other items that I guess that y'all have on display or not display, but that you provide?
We provide the complete system. We also do provide some appliances, 12-volt appliances, refrigerators, freezers, lights. We also do outdoor lighting. We can do solar outdoor lighting for parking lots, soccer fields. We can actually power up, put one solar panel up there, a light, and they can get enough lighting from that to power a soccer field.
Mark, give us your...
Yeah, we also have wind power products as well, if you're in a good windy spot.
Yes, we do wind turbines too.
Where are you located, Mark?
Euless, Texas.
Euless, Texas. Give them where to reach you again.
Our office number is 817-399-0900, 817-399-0900.
Last trivia question is 3 places solar power is used in West Texas, in Parker County, Wise County, all around us. I know you all know the answer. You can reach us toll free at 877-341-8950. That's 877-341-8950. Alex, What other items do you have discussed?
Now, we do Grid Connect wind turbines. And a total cost on a 1.8 kilowatt Grid Connect wind turbine, you'd probably be looking about $12,000. And that's going to feed power back onto the grid, and it's also going to take care of some of the items that you're running in your home.
That'd probably be more feasible than it would be the photovoltaic sales.
It's more feasible as long as that you're in a location where it does provide wind. But when we're coming to the wind turbines, you're going to put them up about 60 to 100 feet in the air. What you feel on the ground is going to be different than the height the wind turbine is going to be at. So it's going to produce power. And the nice thing about it, though, it's going to produce power if there's wind all day. Whereas solar at nighttime, it's pretty much shut off.
What restriction? What's the pros and cons of the wind power? I mean, I know you've got to have at least 1 acre. Are there several restrictions placed on them, aren't there?
Well, there is a new tower system that we're using right now, which is a single pole tower to mount them on. We used to have a large room to put guide wires and stuff like that. But some of the poles that we're using right now are similar to what that you see on the freeway, and it's a single pole, a monopole that they have put up with that are lighting up the freeway. So we can put the wind turbine on those kind of poles where you've got to basically have a nice base put in, concrete base to bolt it down to.
What are the noise levels? Are they very noisy?
Not that high. Like I said, you can put them up about 60 feet in the air. You're going to hear a little bit of it, but you're not going to hear a lot of it.
So it'd be best if you had 5 or 10, 20 acres put it on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's the lowest wind velocity that you can generate power?
About 7 miles per hour.
7 miles per hour.
Yes,
so
sir.
You need a constant wind of about 7 miles per hour?
Yes, sir.
We have that most of the time around here, I would think. And that would be, look like Ace is signaling me for another break. We've got a break coming up. We'll be right back.
Did you know that some of the best home builders in the entire nation are right here in Parker County? Hello, everyone. This is Lynn Bearden, president of First National Bank of Weatherford. Our lenders believe your family deserves the best when it comes to your dream home. First National Bank is proud to support the Master Builder Show on QXFM. First National Bank in Weatherford has been building homes in Parker County since 1880. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Do you know your retirement readiness score or how much money you need to save to retire comfortably? You could pay a financial planner $1,000 or more to find out if you'll be ready for retirement. Or, right now, you can get a personalized analysis of your retirement readiness at yourcircleofwealth.com. The Circle of Wealth Retirement Calculator will give you 2 very important numbers. First, it calculates the savings you'll need to retire comfortably. Second, it analyzes whether your current financial plan will be successful in reaching your savings goal and delivers your personal retirement readiness score. You can get your personal retirement analysis today and be ready for a great future. As a bonus, you can download a life-changing report with 25 pages of outstanding financial strategies to help reach your retirement goals. You can go to yourcircleofwealth.com, enter the passcode Gibson. Yourcircleofwealth.com, passcode Gibson, GIBSON.
Henson Lumber, Crescent, Texas, 817-396-4321. www.hensonlumber.com. Henson Lumber, serving our community since 1973. Both lumber and millwork products. Full-time estimator gives customers defined and accurate materials estimates. The millwork department has windows, doors, trim, and hardware. www.hensonlumber.com. Henson Lumber, Crescent, Texas, 817-396-4321. Gibson Home Builders Incorporated, 2401 Zion Hill Road, Weatherford, Texas, 682-429-2116. We specialize in homes to suit each and every individual that expects special attention. We help design, finance, and close on every home we build. We use green building techniques in all of our homes. You can contact Jim at masterbuildershow.com. Gibson Home Builders Incorporated, Weatherford, 682-429-2116. Welcome back to the Master Builder Show. I am your host, Jim Gibson. My guests today are Mark Gerlikovski and Alex Berg. We've got a caller calling in. Hello, caller. Welcome to the Master Builder Show. You're live.
Well, I love your show. I haven't missed it since. I planned my Tuesday around you.
All right, Nadine, thank you for calling in. Okay, what are 3 places solar power is used in West Texas here?
Well, I don't know where all they're used, but I know where we use them around here.
Well, that's what I need to know.
We have electric gate opener.
All right, that's one.
And we have lights around the yard that, sometimes work, but we don't have too many trees. And then when I go to the corner, the stoplight at the thing has one up over the top of it.
Very good. Very
Is that
good.
enough?
That's enough.
I love them. I mean,
Give us some more.
Well, my goodness, let's see. Where all else do I see them? I see them on top of people's houses heating their water.
Well, I think that's a solar collector that heats water, but when you're driving down the road and we've got construction going on, people don't realize all those, a lot of those are powered by...
they're sticking up in the air, aren't they?
Sticking up in the air.
And our gas meter reader thing is one that reads the gas well.
Right.
It has a big one up on top of it. Are they everywhere? They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. We just take them for granted.
But they're saving so much energy. And I want one of the wind turbines. I went out to Big Springs about 6 months ago.
Uh-huh.
I think it was Big Springs where all of them are on the hill.
Yeah, they've got a whole hill full of them out there.
Oh, I want one. Can I afford one?
Sure.
Out here on this windy hill?
I think so. As long as you've got 7 miles an hour, pretty sustainable winds.
Never have less than 7 miles an hour. Well, we do love your show, and keep up the good work. I'm just writing down little things all the time that I'm going to go do.
Well, you should, yeah. Anything that you can do to help save energy saves you money. And that's what people really don't think about when we're talking about building green and doing all the energy-saving practices, is that what you're doing, you're actually putting money in your pocket. Well, and that's what we need to do. You're helping the environment, too. I mean, that's just a given, but we need to save our environment and we need to save money. So,
keep up the good work. Appreciate you.
Hello, Alex. We were talking about wind turbines, and that just seems to stem some interest.
Yes, sir.
What size are they? I mean, how big are the blades? And
on a 1.8 kilowatt wind turbine, the blades are approximately 10 feet in diameter.
And they have to be mounted, about 60 foot in the air?
About 60 feet in the air. Now, we have some smaller ones. They're about 400 watts. They're not really so much a grid connect. It's more of putting power back into a battery. That are the wings, the span on those are probably about 3 feet in diameter.
Do you have any there? I've seen some of these that are cone-shaped, actually, that spin around on a vertical shaft.
Yeah, we don't have those ones yet, but I've seen them. I know what you're talking about. It's more aesthetic looking. It's
Well, they take up. I guess they don't take as large a tower, do they?
Exactly, it doesn't. It really doesn't take a large tower. You're probably looking about maybe 20 feet in the air. And a lot of people, when they see them, the vertical ones, they're not even sure what they are. Just
right.
Kind of like solar panels. A lot of people will drive by them. They're not sure what they are, but it is nice looking. I don't think they don't produce as much power as what we need them to yet. The vertical wind turbines, but it's getting there, and it's more. That one was more produced in Europe and then brought over here.
Well, I know they've got a lot of these attic fans now. They're solar powered. People are buying those, and those are the way to go to save energy because the electric solar attic fans. You're actually burning energy to save energy, and if you go solar on those, then you don't have any cost other than the upfront cost of that particular unit.
Exactly, and with the solar attic fans, you're only probably looking about $500 or $600 for them. But what it's going to produce in savings, and getting all that hot air out of your attic, it's a big difference.
You said that the 10-foot blade wind turbine, it produces 1.8 kilowatts?
Yes, sir. Yes,
so that would take place of how many voltaic cells?
That would take probably about at least 10 185-watt solar panels.
So you're talking about a great deal of money?
A big difference in money. A 165-watt solar panel, you're looking about, I want to say right around $900 a piece. So you're talking about 10 of them, you're looking at, $9,000.
Right.
When you can put up a 1.8 kilowatt wind turbine and tower and install for almost about $12,000. So there's a big difference there.
And that's complete system. That's tying you back in.
Yes, sir.
And you don't have to worry about it. And when they're producing power, they're producing DC also.
They actually come with a built-in inverter. So all you're going to do is basically hook it up to your meter, you're going to have a separate meter for it that hooks it back up into the grid. So it's already producing AC voltage coming into it. And it's probably about 230 volts coming from one of the SkyStream wind turbines.
So you could actually run several things off of that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. Why do they produce just DC instead of AC? Back in the old days, we had generators on our automobiles, and then they converted them over to alternators. They don't have wind generators with alternators, or they would call them. They wouldn't call them wind generators, I guess.
Exactly.
Why don't they? Is it RPMs?
Well, we do have some that are AC powered. That has a built-in inverter, and it's basically producing AC power for your home.
Like, yeah, that's with the inverter. The actual unit itself that produces power is DC.
I think it's cheaper to do it with DC, and that's why they do it with wind turbines. It's the motors are cheaper to manufacture. I think.
You think?
I guarantee that, because I've seen some cases where an AC water pump and a DC water pump, there's a big cost difference in there.
I think that's just probably because of cost and demand. I would imagine. Looks like we're going to be running out of time here. We'll probably see you next Tuesday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. This is Jim Gibson, Master Builder Show. We'll see you next Tuesday.